Take a breath. Now close your eyes. Slowly inhale. Breathe in positive energy. Breathe out negative thoughts. Take full breaths from your diaphragm. Let it out slowly through your mouth. Empty your lungs completely. First, we'll start with a Serenity prayer. Today's reading from the 24 Hours a Day book, a share, then the reading again in case you got distracted. Carpe the diem. Enjoy. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Grant me patience with the struggles that take time, and appreciation for all that I have, tolerance of those with different struggles, and the strength to get up and try again, one day at a time. Consider, is God's will the central focus of our lives? May 14th, thought for the day. Having gotten over drinking, we have only just begun to enjoy the benefits of Alcoholics Anonymous. We find new friends, so that we are no longer lonely. We find new relationships with our families, so that we are happy at home. We find release from our troubles and worries through a new way of looking at things. We find an outlet for our energies in helping other people. Am I enjoying these benefits of AA? Meditation for the day. The kingdom of heaven is within you. God sees, as no one can see, what is within you. He sees you growing more and more like himself. That is your reason for existence, to grow more and more like God, to develop more and more the Spirit of God within you. You can often see in others those qualities and aspirations that you yourself possess. So also can God recognize his own Spirit in you. Your motives and aspirations can only be understood by those who have attained the same spiritual level as you have. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may not expect complete understanding from others. I pray that I may only expect this from God, as I try to grow more like him. Alcoholics Anonymous is not only about stopping the consumption of alcohol, but also about experiencing a fulfilling and meaningful life. The program offers us a set of spiritual principles that can be applied to every aspect of our lives. Alcoholism is a lonely disease, and many of us have lost touch with our old friends or found ourselves isolated from society. Through AA, we can connect with other people who have understood our struggles and can offer us support and encouragement. The principle that helps us form these new relationships is unity. As the Big Book says, we are like passengers of a great liner the moment after rescue from a shipwreck, when camaraderie, joyousness, and democracy pervade the vessel from steerage to captain's table. This reminds us that we are all in this together, and through our shared experiences, we can form strong bonds that will help us on our journey of recovery. We have strained or broken relationships with our loved ones because of our alcoholism. However, through working the program, we can repair these relationships and build stronger connections. This is love. Bill wrote in a letter, "Love and tolerance of others is our code." This reminds us that we need to be patient and understanding with our loved ones as we work to rebuild those relationships. By showing them love and respect, we can create a positive and supportive environment. The program also offers us a release from our troubles and worries through a new way of looking at things. Many of us came to AA because we were struggling with a range of problems: anxiety, depression, or other mental health issues. Through working the steps, we find a new perspective on life that helps us see things in a different light. This is faith. We found that as soon as we were able to lay aside prejudice and express even a willingness to believe in a power greater than ourselves, we commenced to get results. Another great passage from the Big Book. By having faith in a higher power, we can find a sense of peace and serenity that can help us deal with our troubles, all of them. AA offers us an outlet for our energies in helping other people. Once we have worked the steps and experienced the benefits of sobriety, We are encouraged to share our experience, strength, and hope with others who are still struggling. This is the service work that pays it forward. On page 20, our lives as ex-problem drinkers depend upon our constant thought of others and how we can help meet their needs. It reminds us that by helping others, we strengthen our own recovery and find a sense of purpose and fulfillment. AA offers us a set of principles that we can help find new friends, form better relationships with our families, find release from our worries, and become more engaged in helping others. By practicing the principles of unity, love, faith, and service, we transform our lives and experience the true benefits of AA. If we find we are not fully enjoying the benefits, we can take steps to change that. We can attend more meetings, reach out to other members, and practice the principles of the program in our daily lives. We can also seek guidance and support from our sponsors, definitely our higher power, and other resources available to us in the community. The promises are not something that we can achieve overnight or through a single act of willpower. They are the result of a lifelong journey of spiritual growth. We continue to work the program and practice its principles. We find that our lives become richer, more fulfilling, and more joyful. We find that we are no longer alone, but we are surrounded by a community of people who understand us. We will find that our relationships with our families and loved ones become deeper and more meaningful. Our troubles begin to dissipate as we develop a greater sense of faith and trust in a higher power. Our lives become more purposeful and fulfilling as we engage in service work and help others find the same kind of transformation that we have. We have a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition, so we constantly strive to live the spiritual life. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us, and that we can grow more and more like God by developing the Spirit of God within us. Our goal is to align our will with the will of our higher power. Thus, we live in accordance with those principles. We first acknowledge that we are powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable. We must surrender our egos and our wills to that higher power and be willing to do whatever it takes to achieve sobriety. Once we have taken this first step, now we can begin to work on ourselves and develop the Spirit of God within us. We must be honest with ourselves about our addiction and our shortcomings. We also need to be honest with others. We make amends for the harm we have caused. By practicing honesty, we can begin to live in truth and be true to ourselves. We need to recognize that we are not in control and that we need help. We get that from our higher power. We are willing to put our egos aside and accept guidance. By practicing this humility, we become more open-minded and willing to learn. We accept ourselves and our situations as they are without judging or resistance. We also accept others as they are. We have faith in our higher power, and we learn to have faith in ourselves. For after all, God gave us brains to use. We believe that we can recover and that we can live a spiritual life. By practicing faith, we can overcome fear and doubt and trust in the process. We enjoy being of service to others, both in and out of AA. We help others who are struggling and give back to our community. As we practice these spiritual principles, we grow more and more like God. We'll never be God, we know that, and we accept that. We know we can't be God. Consider, is God's will the central focus of our lives? May 14th, thought for the day. Having gotten over drinking, we have only just begun to enjoy the benefits of Alcoholics Anonymous. We find new friends, so that we are no longer lonely. We find new relationships with our families, so that we are happy at home. We find release from our troubles and worries through a new way of looking at things. We find an outlet for our energies in helping other people. Am I enjoying these benefits of AA? Meditation for the day. The kingdom of heaven is within you. God sees, as no one can see, what is within you. He sees you growing more and more like Himself. That is your reason for existence. to grow more and more like God, to develop more and more the Spirit of God within you. You can often see in others those qualities and aspirations that you yourself possess. So also can God recognize His own Spirit in you. Your motives and aspirations can only be understood by those who have attained the same spiritual level as you have. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may not expect complete understanding from others. I pray that I may only expect this from God, as I try to grow more like Him. Carpe the diem, boys and girls. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.